I'm sure you're all enjoying the Squid Game event in Fortnite, but what if I told you there's even more free rewards and skins that you don't know about available right now? Not to mention even more crazy updates despite Epic Games being on vacation and what's happening upon their return later July. Just before we dive into it all though, thank you to everyone rocking code FM1 in the shop. It not only means the world to me and my dog Charlie the charcoal pug, so much so that we got a giant cutout of the code, and don't forget we have the FM1 Squad Discord now where we give away 1000 V-Bucks most days. The one lucky person who follows the giveaway rules and proves they have code FM1 entered in the code FM1 proof channel. First of all, today I'm sure you've seen this piggy bank emote for Squid Game that's been introduced, obviously being the piggy bank in Squid Game that gets filled up with money, which has actually been shown in the reload map as well, and here's what the full llama looks like. And despite the fact that this emote got its own trailer, there's also another one shown that was seemingly scrapped according to Firemonkey, being the Mingle game dance. As you can see right here, most of the characters in front of where the piggy bank actually trots along behind is performing this. Hopefully we do see this come to the shop as they're still updating the game. Epic Games, as previously mentioned, despite being on summer vacation, with not only the 14 days of summer quests, which if you don't know we get 4 free rewards in for getting 16 account levels, 4 being the spray, 8 being the back bling, 12 being this sticker, and then you guessed it, the last one being this 16 level unlock, the pickaxe. If you didn't know, these are all the unvaults on screen right now that we're going to be seeing across the entire event, and obviously you'll see ones that have already been on here and ones that are still yet to be upcoming. What many of you will be happy to know about, however, is the new Blitz Royale Avatar weekend has started, where we spawn instantly with Avatar Mythics. We get 2 times less cooldown on Avatar Mythics, and then we get 2 times faster recharge rate on the Avatar Mythics as well. Another mode that's just been updated, or should I say regular Battle Royale for Chapter 6 Season 3 right now, or should I say on June 26th, the max bots in Fortnite Battle Royale got reduced from 75 to 65, so now apparently you can find at least 35 real players. One of those players very soon that you may see running around, as you can see from the managed subscription section and going over to the Fortnite crew, is the July crew pack. You can actually check him out for yourself on this tab right now. I know a lot of people don't actually go here. As you can see, he's called Reboot Man because he has a reboot logo in his chest, alongside this kind of loading in stuff when you spawn in on his head. With the release of this skin, it makes me think, are we going to finally be seeing the D-Res Destroyer pickaxe, I believe it was? I think it was announced as a free reward but never came to the game, and also the back bling to go along with it. Who knows, maybe there's some free rewards. But moving on, we have the Lego version, as you can see right here, of Reboot Man. Nothing fancy coming off of this Lego character. Then we have the Reboot Replica back bling, which is a mini reboot van, honestly one of the coolest ones we've received throughout the Fortnite crew. And then last but not least, the Reboot Res Blades pickaxes, which you can see some of this kind of like loading in stuff or effect on the tips of the blades. In terms of the selectable styles, however, as you can see right here, we have Reboot Man, then we have Lightwave Legacy, Aura Legacy, Phase Legacy, Rhyme-Bound Legacy, and then the Cosmic Legacy, which looks absolutely crazy. Is this the best crew pack skin we've ever received? Let me know your thoughts and opinions down below in the comments. What you'll also have to let me know about, with everybody hopping on the Squid Game reload map now, available from the 27th to the 30th, is the Oasis map getting replaced and vaulted. As you can see, Hypex stated after the 30th, it'll be Venture, Slurp Rush, and Squid Game, with Oasis returning but at an unknown later date, meaning it's not even going to be in the rotation when Squid Game is not the only reload map. Reload has definitely come a long way since its release over a year ago, where now since then we've had 4 maps, being the initial, Oasis, Slurp Rush, and Squid Grounds. And whilst we're on the topic of the Squid Grounds stuff, we have Twitch drops that are now enabled. For simply watching 30 minutes you get this banner. For 1 hour we get the red light green light cuddle team leader doll in a spray form. For 1.5 hours we get the game's manager and the game's guards on a spray. And last but not least, for 2 hours, even though it seems like the smallest reward on here, we get a blue Dachi emoticon sticker. Of course, as well, we had the opportunity in the Squid Grounds Cup to not only get the frontman spray for getting 8 points, I believe, every single player, but for placing the top in whatever region you're in, I believe it's like 1,250 for me, you would have got the Games Guard as an outfit, being a free skin. And considering the fact we saw the frontman in this spray form right here, obviously showing that it is possible for him to come to Fortnite, it would kind of look like this, that data miners or leakers have pulled a model of him into game early, and no, it's not officially in the files from Fortnite, but obviously it's simply a character model dragged in. 2 other characters that have been teased to be upcoming to do with Squid Game, however, that aren't currently in the files are firstly this Peely player outfit, which was outside of like a cinema revamped for Squid Game Season 3 premiering, hitting the dab. Here is what the contestant Peely character would look like pulled into game early. Definitely going to be a cop if they actually decide to add this, as everybody does love Peely, which is not only shown in this Twitter exclusive trailer right here, where the banana can be seen painted as a silhouette on the wall, and you'll also see this when you're actually in reload as well. But right right next to him we also have a silhouette of Fish Stick, being another silly skin, which as you know from the past, these skins go hand in hand in trailers. Even this trailer for Squid Game, they're both shown but in different variants. Another skin model shown in the trailer and also in game that players have wanted to be upcoming is the red light green light cuddle team leader doll, which would fit perfectly in terms of a Fortnite character model. As you can see, it pulled into game right here. A completely free skin that everybody seems to be overlooking, however, is this Ghost Monks one, which you can get for redeeming any Fortnite gift card. Now notice how I said gift card instead of V-Bucks cards, as these are apparently replacing V-Bucks cards like overall. These do function like the V-Bucks cards, as we do have to redeem them on the Fortnite website, and instead of giving your account V-Bucks, it'll give it credit that you can either use to purchase V-Bucks in-game or then buy real-life money packs such as the Lego Starter Pack, for example. Either way, the very first one you do this for will give you the Ghost Monks outfit, which obviously comes along with a Lego form as well, no back bling or no other cosmetics. This promotion is available until December 31st, 2026, so you've got plenty of time obviously to adjust to the fact that V-Bucks cards are getting discontinued and these gift cards are getting introduced. What we've had plenty of time and mental preparation for since the start of Chapter 6 Season 3, with his posters plastered around the map, is deadmau5 coming to Fortnite, which we initially thought was going to be the headlining artist for Festival Season 9. Dataminers literally just posted the following deadmau5 collab teaser, so he's finally upcoming but not as this festival artist, as obviously we have Bruno Mars now. It's basically advertising something for his shop, the Mouse Shop I believe it's called, and at the end of the promotion itself it basically shows the Fortnite logo, then we also have the Rocket League logo and the McLaren logo alongside his own with the mouse ears. It's definitely going to be very interesting to see what Fortnite cook up with this in terms of him actually being an outfit or skin in the game, but what's even more crazy is the fact that Season 3 has been shortened by a whole day. The official Fortnite Status Twitter account posted the C6S3 Battle Royale season and OG Season 4 will now end a day earlier on August 7th. Perhaps this has something to do with the mini event that we're going to be seeing in Battle Royale anyways, as we know we're going to be seeing one according to Hypex in the very next update, kind of similar to the ones we've seen in Chapter 6 so far. The best in my opinion was Chapter 6 Season 1, where Shogun X and also Daigo grew massive and then battled it out in a final showdown-like fashion, getting sucked back in Shogun X after being eliminated into the Spirit Realm portal. Let's not forget about the fact before the end of both seasons on August 7th now, we're going to be seeing reoccurring on July 16th the first ever live event called Blast Off. This live event is definitely one to attend even if you initially attended Blast Off and don't think it's going to be the same in terms of the vibes. It might not be the same, but for good reason, as we're seeing different developments now at the Wailing Woods bunkers flashing Morse code saying something is wrong when translated, which didn't initially happen in Chapter 1 Season 4, and considering a Chapter 1 throwback is also being shown in Battle Royale at Utopia City within this portal, the 0 Point Vaults, from the Unvaulting event in Chapter 1 Season 7, it wouldn't surprise me if these two storylines crossed over at some point, and ultimately toward the end of the year with the release of Chapter 7 makes the 7 entirely return as a faction at the forefront of the storyline, considering this remix version of The Visitor literally claims he's seen all of this before. Drop a like if you're hyped and subscribe for more with all notifications turned on so you don't miss any future uploads, but don't forget I'm an Epic partner, so enter code FM1 in the shop now. It not only means the world to me and my dog Charlie the Charcoal Pug, so much so that we got a giant cutout of the code, and don't forget we have the FM1 Squad Discord now where we give away 1000 V-Bucks most days to one lucky person who follows the giveaway rules and proves they have code FM1 entered in the code FM1 proof channel. In terms of other videos, click either of these two YouTubes recommended you on screen, it's a good suggestion whilst you wait for the very next upload I do publish here on the channel.